Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today I'm reviewing the Marvel Legends Green Goblin series, Superior Spider-Man. So yeah, this is Superior Spider-Man. I haven't read anything like any actual Superior Spider-Man comic books. I know that it's Dr. Octopus, and I find the costume design to look kind of cool, as red and black as a color scheme that I'm fairly fond of. So let's go ahead and look at the articulation, sculpt, paint details, all those sorts of things. Alright, starting off with a quick size comparison. Here we have Superior Spider-Man. This is a 3 3/4 inch Marvel Universe Wolverine, and then this is the Amazing Spider-Man from the same wave, just for a little extra size comparison. Superior Spider-Man is a average sort of Marvel Legends size. He is a little bit shorter than the Amazing Spider-Man, but he is a bit bulkier, and of course is bigger than a Marvel Universe figure, and should go in scale with Marvel Legends figures exactly the way he should. So let's get the other two out of here and just look at Superior Spider-Man. Alright, moving on to our 360 spin, you can see Superior Spider-Man is mostly red and black. He has nice line work on the upper red portion of his body, as well as two big spider logos on the front and back. Pretty much no other paint variation. He's got some red on his hands, which we'll look at in a minute, and then he's got some red down there at his shoes, as well as on the bottom of his feet. I guess I'm probably not really shoes, but they're feet covering, so that makes them shoes. And, of course, we will also zoom in on the head sculpt in a minute. But, yeah, body mold is pretty acceptable. I have no real issues with the paint work. Everything looks pretty much the way I would expect it to. Now, let's look at his head sculpt really quick. Head sculpt-wise, nothing spectacular. There's no sculpted end lines. The lines are all painted. His eyes are sculpted out, and then they're brown with a little black outline around them. All the line work looks pretty clean, but it being sculpted would have probably looked better. Either way, I have no real issues with it. Spider-Man's head sculpt doesn't have to be too detailed to look right, so it looks fine to me. Now let's look at his hands real quick. Superior Spider-Man comes with two sets of hands. He comes with two web-swinging hands and two web-holding hands. They have red and black line work on the underside, and then on the back, they're pretty much just solid black. They're effective, they are sculpted fairly well, perfectly acceptable, very useful set of hands to have, although he doesn't actually come with any webs to hold with his holding hand. Now let's zoom out and look at some articulation. Articulation-wise, Superior Spider-Man is fairly decent. I really don't have any issues with his articulation. It's about as good as the Amazing Spider-Man articulation was. Head disc, up and down, side to side, rotation, little bit of pivot. Ball joint shoulders, in and out, forward and back. He also has the butterfly joint, bicep cut, double joint elbows, wrist hinge and rotation, abdominal joint, which works very well, waist cut, ball joint hips, in and out, forward and back, thigh cut, double joint knees, and hinge and pivot down there at the ankle. I think he's got every point that the Amazing Spider-Man has, except for the calf cut. So, yeah, like I said, perfectly acceptable articulation. You can get him into most poses that you would desire to. Superior Spider-Man doesn't come with any accessories, but of course he comes with a piece of Green Goblin, so let's look at that real quick. Superior Spider-Man comes with the right leg of Green Goblin. It's got some pants on there, and it looks like a big green leg. Articulation-wise, it would attach to the upper body up here, and have a little peg and be a ball joint, double joint knees. Then it has hinge and pivot in the ankle. So that's pretty much all you really need from a leg. So, good articulation in a leg, and certainly something you'll need if you want to have an ultimate Green Goblin. That about wraps it up for all of Superior Spider-Man's accessories and whatnot, so let's move on to the packaging. Packaging-wise, Superior Spider-Man comes in the new style of Marvel Legends packaging. Build-A-Figure Green Goblin, Marvel Spider-Man, Marvel Legends Superior Spider-Man. On the back, get a picture of the figure. Other figures in this wave and their variants: Carnage and Toxin, Electro, Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Girl and Black Cat, Beetle and Boomerang, and Superior Spider-Man, as well as the Build-A-Figure Green Goblin. I have all of the regular wave, not counting the variants, and have been reviewing them. So far there's a review of Carnage and Amazing Spider-Man, as well as this Superior Spider-Man that you're watching right now. So if you want to watch those, you can go watch them now. And you can wait for my other reviews that will be done whenever I get done with them. As I have been saying, these are good for in or out of package display, so yeah, Superior Spider-Man. Alright, that wraps it up for Spider-Man, so until next time, goodbye! Hello, you've just watched one of my videos. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed my videos. If you didn't, run away and never return. Also, feel free to check out my other channels, Venom Raptor for all my variety gaming content, and VR Reviews for reviews of various action figures and collectibles. Thank you, and goodbye.